Welcome to a special Thanksgiving episode of The Legend.
This week we covered all things holidays, from holiday donations and winter sports to read sales and opinions on Thanksgiving, and even how to make your very own pie. I'm Jocelyn Pritchard.
And I'm Tara Gray.
And The Legend starts right now.
The holidays are a time of receiving as well as giving. So what does the community do to give back? Anya Mather went to the West Chase Food Drive last Sunday to find the answer.
Young lady, you have a turkey? Here, you got it.
Thanksgiving is considered the best time of year to count your blessings. While some people express their gratitude in forms of food and family time, others choose to pass it on.
The whole premise is to actually assist others who are in need. This is the largest community food drive in Tampa Bay. The vast majority of us live in very comfortable homes, and this is our way to reach out and give back to those who are particularly struggling during the pandemic.
I've always been a volunteer person, even at West Chase Elementary when my kids went here and so forth. So it's just kind of something that I've always done. Some of the volunteers that we've had in the past, obviously not this year, but have been the little Boy Scouts and the Cub Scouts and the little, Daisy Girl Scout troops and so forth. And it just starts young.
I definitely feel good when I donate. There's more stuff like the food drive and stuff during the holidays.
When you have a food drive of this magnitude, it just entices them even more to give back.
We gather over 20 tons of food annually and hundreds of turkeys. So that means that we're helping hundreds of families.
If you can give, a whole meal, or if you can give one can, or if you can give 15 minutes of your time to donate, it's well worth it, and it's going to make a difference in somebody's life.
Charity is a rewarding way to help others while also spending time with the people you love, not just during the holidays, but year-round. For The Legend, I'm Anya Mather.
Thank you, Anya. Now, let's hear from Mr. Lewandowski for some important announcements.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the first official edition of Lou's News for the 2020-2021 school year. First thing up on the agenda is to talk about athletics. So if you're interested in joining a sport, whether it's winter or spring sports coming up, you'll have to make sure that you fill out an online athletic packet for my review. Once you do that, you'll also talk to your coach about the potential of you joining the team, going to tryouts and all that. In order to fill out one of these packets, you have to go online to the Sickles webpage, click on athletics, click documents and forms, student forms, and then finally, high school athletic procedures, and it gives you a whole list of instructions on how to become eligible for a sport here at Sickles High School. As far as attending athletic events, we do have a maximum of 400 people allowed in the gym for these athletic events. So in order to get to one of these games, you'll have to purchase a ticket online, and those can be found through our website as well. If you show up without your ticket, that's okay. You can still purchase once you get to the gate. We'll give you instructions on how to purchase it right there on your phone, and you just show us the code and we scan it in and you're good to go. You can sit up to 10 people in a pod, so just make sure we're following those rules when we come to games. And finally, we also want to make sure that we remind ourselves of the COVID policies at school. Inside the cafeteria during breakfast and lunchtime, please make sure we're not sitting more than 4 people to a table, and make sure your mask is on and over your nose and mouth at all times when you're not eating food. That's it for Lou's News, and I'll see you at the next episode.
As our Thanksgiving holiday comes closer, it's important that we are thankful for those that have given their lives for our country. Zoe Boone is presenting a unique opportunity to show it.
A nation who forgets its heroes will soon be forgotten.
In recent years, Sickles AFJROTC has given back to our veterans who have given the ultimate sacrifice. Getting into the Christmas season, let's see what this year's Wreaths Across America fundraiser entails.
Wreaths Across America was a grassroots organization that started several years ago to place wreaths on the headstones of military members who have passed away and are buried at the various national cemeteries around the United States and overseas. It's important because we need to take the time to remember those who can't be with us and those who sacrificed for our country so that we could enjoy the holidays as well. To go up to the National Cemetery and to see the headstones laid out in such organized rows and columns in itself is moving. But when we go out and they take part in placing the wreaths at each of the headstones and turning that cemetery in from remembrance to give it the more holiday spirit is almost life-changing for a lot of the kids. When the families see that we did not forget the sacrifice their loved one gave for our country, it helps them cope and helps them feel like their loved one's loss was not in vain. You'll see some of these flyers around the school. You can go up to the flyer and you can take a picture of the QR code here, or there's a website in here where you can donate. Each wreath is $15. We'll continue to take donations up to the end of this month, which is November 30th. And then on December 19th, all the volunteers will be out there collecting the wreaths and putting them on the headstones.
Wreaths Across America has helped many people, cadets and families alike. Find a flyer around our school or use the one in the show and give back to those who gave everything for us. For Legend, I'm Zoe Boone.
Sickles TV is pleased to have donated a wreath, and if you would like to do so, the link is in our Instagram bio. As November comes to an end, many are excited to go on break and spend Thanksgiving with their families. Here's Sanjana Menon with the different perspectives people have on this classic American holiday.
Thanksgiving, the time of year when families get together, eat a hearty meal, and share all that they're thankful for. However, to many, Thanksgiving carries a completely different meaning. So, what exactly is it that carries these clashing perspectives? To many Native and Indigenous Americans, Thanksgiving is in fact a symbol of tragedy. According to David Silverman, a history professor at George Washington University, the myth is that friendly Indians, unidentified by tribe, welcome the Pilgrims to America, teach them how to live in this new place, sit down to dinner with them, and then disappear. They hand off America to white immigrants so that they can create a great nation dedicated to liberty, opportunity, and Christianity for the rest of the world to profit. That's the story. It's about Native people conceding to colonialism. On the contrary, Thanksgiving never actually was an official holiday until 1863, when Abraham Lincoln declared on October 3rd that Thanksgiving would be officially recognized and celebrated on November 26th of every year, as a day to give thanks and celebrate everything we're grateful for as Americans. The harsh reality of the history of Thanksgiving often brings up the extremely controversial conversation. Should we separate holiday from history? What long-lasting impacts has Thanksgiving had on the Indigenous community? Does the connotated Thanksgiving that the nation celebrates spread a different message? Perhaps we should take a moment to recognize not only what Thanksgiving means to us personally, but to every single community nationwide. For The Legend, I'm Sanjana Menon.
Thanksgiving's almost here, which makes it the perfect time to bake. Here's how to make an amazing pumpkin pie this holiday season.
Before we wrap things up, here's a few things to keep an eye out for next week.
Congratulations to all the musicians representing Sickles at the Florida All-State Convention in January. We are very proud of everyone who auditioned.
The AMAs will take place this Sunday at 8 p.m. on ABC. Tune in to see artists like Katy Perry, Megan Thee Stallion, Shawn Mendes, and more perform.
The CDC has published guidelines on celebrating Thanksgiving safely during COVID. These include individually packaged food and outdoor gatherings. That's all the news we have for today, Griffins. We hope you have a fun and safe Thanksgiving break.
And as always, have a great day and make good choices.